Okay, let's begin yoga with finding our chairs, finding a seat. Yeah. All right. Lovely to see all of you today in yoga. All right, so let's just begin with shaking. Shake off your weekend or your yesterday or your today so far. Just shake off, shake, shake, shake. Yeah. Feet, tap your feet, move your head. Close your eyes and just shake the body and notice where your body feels like it wants to shake off some of the tension. And give it 100% for 10 more seconds. Shake, shake, shake. And then settle quickly. Just relax your hands onto your lap. Keep your eyes closed. And just that little shaking starts to get the prana energy moving in the body. Yes, and our prana energy is our life force energy. And so just moving the body was designed to move. And just doing that. We can always do that, right? No matter what. Good. And now with your eyes closed, you're going to just place your hands with your fingers open onto your chest. So splay your fingers on your chest. Relax your arms. We're going to take some nice deep breaths, and we're going to hold the breath at the top until you comfortably can. And then when you feel like you're done holding, you can just release it. We'll be doing that in and out of the nose, but first we'll take a couple cleansing breaths. So take a breath in through your nose and let it out. And take a breath in through your nose and let it go. And now take a breath in, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Relax and hold. 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. And then breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. Hold. Breathe in. Feel the belly rise. Feel the chest rise. And hold as long as it's comfortable for you without strain. And then breathe out, either through the mouth or the nose, whatever you feel. Sometimes you feel like just letting it out the mouth, right? So whatever you feel. And try to extend the exhale, breathing in again. Just do about 2 or 3 more rounds at your own pace. Each time, maybe you take in a little more air. Maybe you hold a little longer. And maybe you breathe out even longer. And notice when you breathe out how the body relaxes. As you inhale, yeah, that creates energy. As you hold, you're letting that prana energy swirl around in your body. And as you let go, the body relaxes. Let's just do one more again at your own pace. And try to notice if you can relax while you're holding your breath. The minute you can't relax anymore, then you let it out. And at the bottom of your next exhale breath, just relax your hands, palms up on your lap. And just notice your natural breath. You may find it feels it's a little bit longer and deeper. So bringing our attention to our breath each and every day. Mindful breathing will keep us healthy, will keep us alert, will release toxins, will give us energy, and will give us rest. And bringing a gentle little smile on your face. Yeah. Good. And then when you're feeling ready and complete, gently begin to flutter the eyes open. A little more and a little more. Yes. So your breath is, again, your life force energy. And we'll always be able to breathe until our dying day and we take our last breath. So that is something, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter where you are, yes, no matter if you're sitting, if you're standing, you're laying, you can practice pranayama, breathing, right? And just keeping in mind that inhale breaths energize, exhale breaths relax. Yes. So extending that exhale breath when you need some relaxation. Yes. And that can just make us feel better, our mind clearer, our mind more positive, ridding ourselves of the tension and anxieties and the fears and the anger and any of that. Yes. And so it's so healthy. Yes. Yeah. Good. And so if there's parts of your body that are achy, painy, you can't move, you have an injury, whatever, you can still breathe. And then it's most important to do that. Yeah. All right. Let's bring our hands down on our lap. We'll begin some music here. Good. Take a nice, let's scoot forward in our chair a little bit if you aren't there already. Nice tall spine, good posture. Also important for breathing, right? If we're sitting slumped, our breath is not as effective. Yes, we need to lift the chest, give space so that the breath can go all the way down to the belly. Yeah. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, slowly turn your head over to the right. Just as far as you can, getting a nice stretch, stretching the neck and shoulders. It's where we carry almost most of our stress, right? And then the low back comes next. And now keeping your head where it is, just roll your eyes over to the left, as far as you can, just your eyeballs. Yeah. And breathe. Again, waking up that vagus nerve this way today. Now roll your eyes back to looking to the left. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly relax, turn your head forward. And take a nice breath in. As you exhale, slowly rotate your head over to the left. Keep your chin parallel to the floor, not tucked. Good. And just take it a few breaths here. And it's just turning maybe a little bit more as far as it's comfortable for you. And then rolling your eyes over to the right as your head stays to the left. And breathe. Keep your eyes looking to the right as far as you can. And then relax your gaze back. And on an inhale breath, you can bring your head back forward. Good. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Relax your head. Good. On an inhale breath, roll your chin up to your right shoulder. Bring it up a little higher. Lift it up towards the sky. Over to the left. And down to your chest. Good. Again, soften your gaze or even close your eyes here, making big circle with your chin as the head rotates in a circle. And close your eyes. You're a little bit more aware of where you might be holding some tightness. So just pay attention to that. You can slow down in that area. You can stop if you really have a knot and take a breath into that tightness. And as you exhale, you can continue on. So doing 3 slow circles. When your chin dips back down to your chest, you can pause and then rotate other direction. Ensure that your feet are flat on the floor. See how slow you can go. Yes, just getting a nice, slow, safe stretch on your neck. That neck is the attachment of our head, our brain, to the rest of our body. Good. And the next time that your chin comes to chest, pause. Good. Wiggle your toes. Good. Pressing down into your toes, slowly bring your head back up. Nice. Good. Shake it out. Relax your arms down. Good. Roll your shoulders back a little bit. Press into your feet on an inhale breath. Lift your shoulders up to your earlobes. Bring a smile to your face. Your chest is smiling. Your face is smiling. And exhale, relax the shoulders down. Good. Again, press into your feet. Lift your shoulders up. And exhale, relax the shoulders down and roll them out just to how it feels good in your body. So if you have a meditation practice, hopefully you do. Hopefully it's not just, well, anyway, hopefully you do. Just to do this, a little bit of neck rolling and a little bit of shoulder rolling, now reverse, before you meditate. When we open up that upper body, our meditation tends to be a lot deeper. Yeah, good. And now shake it out. Okay. And maybe do a little cute little shoulder pumps here. Yeah, get the shoulders all loosen up. You don't need to carry the weight of the world. That's a futile endeavor. And relax. Good. All right. So bringing your hands onto your lap. So one of the biggest I can't go first today. Reasons why there's a possibility of falling is if you can't lift your toes. So we're going to do that sitting. It's easier to do that sitting, but we're also going to do it standing. And so to practice that dorsiflexion, yes, it's basically the front of your ankle here that gets weak, right? And then when the ankles are weak, everything else is weak, and then we have more of a propensity to fall instead of maybe we trip a little and we can catch. Yes, so feet are planted on the floor about hip distance apart. Yeah. And then lift the toes up as high as you can. This is really good to practice, if you remember. It's one of those things to write down. Practice your dorsiflexion. And release. And lift up. See if you can lift up a little higher. Breathing as you're lifting. Yeah. And release. I know you can't see my toes here, but again, lift your toes up as high as you can, heels on the floor. Again, lift them up a little higher. Give it your 100%. Don't stop breathing. Keep it up. 2 more seconds. And release. Good. And now lift your heels and lift your toes a little bit and just relax those front of your ankles. Yeah. So if we get to the point where we have a real struggle lifting our toes, we know that we need to strengthen that area. It's less likelihood for us to fall. Yeah, good. All right, we're gonna bring our hands into prayer position, or not prayer position, we're gonna clasp. Good, we're gonna lift our elbows, bring our palms forward, and draw your palms towards the front of the room. Good. And let's just do a couple glides. Glide your shoulders forward and back, and forward and back. Stretching that upper spine. Yeah, and shoulders. Good. And now keep the hands there, but relax the arms. Good. Press down into your feet and see if you can lift the arms up just as high as is comfortable for you. Yes. And then as you exhale, drop your arms forward again and just drop your head. And maybe slightly round your back, little version of cat-cow this way. Again, pressing into your feet, slowly bring your body back up. Nothing should be uncomfortable. Yes. And exhale, come forward. Just drop your head. You can round your back or just keep it pretty neutral, depending on how your back feels. And one more, inhale, lift up. Big breath in, exhale, round, or just drop your head. And pressing into your feet, bringing your arms up. Good. And then bend the elbows, separate your hands. Good. And make a Y. You have a tight neck or shoulders ever with all your tech work or whatever. This is a great little hack to relax that. So spread your fingers as wide as you can, even to the point where it might be a little uncomfortable. Yeah. And then wait. So really stretching your fingers. Yeah, I think as we age, one of the first signs of stiffening is our fingers. We do so much trying to open jars. You know, you realize, wow, I used to be able to open that and I can't now. So just keeping those fingers stretched, those ligaments stretched. Yeah, good. All right, now pause here. Good. Relax the elbows. And now bring your fingertips, your 8 fingertips to the back of your head, your thumbs to that TMJ area. Whoa, I have a tight right side of my jaw. And just give it a little circles with your thumbs. Yeah, good. And then you can pause that, looking straight ahead. Take your eyes and bring them over to the right. And slide them over to the left. And right. And left. And forward. Eyeballs up and down. We're just moving our eyes up and down. Head is stable. Pause. And now 3 circles with the eyes, clockwise. And if your eyes are kind of jerky, that means there's a lot on your mind. Yeah. And eyes circle opposite direction. And then pause. And then blink, 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 blink. And pause. Circle one more time. 3 in clockwise. Good job. And then 3 counterclockwise. No, it might be a little uncomfortable. And then pause. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your arms down. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Actually, let's bring our arms all the way down. Yeah. And let's roll it out. So they were up there for a little bit. Yeah. Good. All right. Bringing our hands back onto our lap. Take our right hand, slide it across your chest like a sash, and give yourself a nice massage in that muscle. I really like doing this one. So that trapezius muscle, it's a kind of a bigger muscle here that connects your neck to your shoulder. That gets tight. We carry our purses, we carry bags, when we're tense, we tend to lift the shoulder and engage that muscle. So give it some love and care. Dig in there, massage it. Pause, take a breath in. As you exhale, just release that tension. Left hand slides up and get that right trapezius. Yeah. Always seems like it needs some tending, no matter if you do this almost every day. Yeah, good. And then pause, take a breath in, and exhale it out. And relax your hands onto your lap. Nice work, everybody. All right, we're scooted forward in our chair, making sure you have some space behind you. Let's bring our legs out a little bit wider, whatever's comfortable for you. Feet are planted on the floor. Yeah, good. All right, let's take a nice big breath in. Exhale it out, hinge forward slightly. Let's just do a couple rotations with our upper body. Keep your head above your shoulders, head's not moving. And rotate to the right, back a little bit, over to the other side, forward. The tummy's slightly tucked in to support the low back. Next time you come forward, pause and reverse, go the opposite direction. Starting to work down our body. Come back to center, pause, come back straight back up, and good. Doing a little side bend here, so very easily, we're gonna start to move our spine. So inhale, up, right arm comes up and over, and exhale down, and left arm comes up and over. So just gently going side to side. This is not a big movement. Yes, we're just waking up the spine a little bit. Yeah. Good. And relax and rotate both arms here. Good. All right, pause. Now we're gonna inhale, bring the right arm out and up. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, reach up and lean over. Good. And inhale, come back up. And exhale, release that arm down. The right arm now lands behind your right hip. Take your left arm across your chest onto your right leg. Good. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, just turn just gently over to the right with your torso. Yeah. And breathe. Our legs are open, so it's a little more challenging. Yeah, so don't over rotate. As you exhale, relax, bring the body back forward. Good. Now we're going to take the left arm up and over. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, release, up and over. Pressing into your feet, coming back up. Exhale, release that left arm down and behind you. Take your right hand onto your left thigh. You can bring it pretty high up. Yes. Take a breath in and exhale. Press into that right foot to just gently rotate your body over to the left. And look to the left. And breathe. As you exhale, relax, slowly turn your body back forward. Good. And then heel toe your feet back to hip distance apart. Good. Taking your hands and just rubbing the side of your rib cage. You're going to get to your low back, your glute muscles. Yeah, just giving your body a nice massage. Felt like I needed that today. Good. All right. And we're going to make our way to standing now. If you'd like, you can remain in your chair always. That's an option to always remain in your chair. So sending your heels back just slightly, hinging forward just slightly. Again, mindful to lead with your chin. Yes, take a breath in. Exhale it out. On an inhale breath, press into your heels, lean forward and press into your heels to float your body up. Good. Hopefully you're becoming a very light stander. Yes. Okay, taking your chin in front of you or off to the side. And let's just start to move the body. Move however you feel like moving. Again, you're always welcome to stay in your chair if that's where you're at today. Yes. So wiggling toes a little bit. Just waking up a little bit. Good. And maybe we can start to just step side to side. Nice and easy. Good. Noticing your posture, keeping a nice tall posture. Side to side. Good. And coming back to center. Yeah, shaking it out. And maybe we start to take a little walk, a little march. So however you're feeling today, start slow. Good. And maybe taking a couple steps forward, couple steps back. Yeah, whatever your body is feeling like today. Good. And if you feel like raising the legs up, the knees up a little bit higher, nice and controlled, that's an option. If not, you stay walking. So however you want to march today, good. If you want to break into a little faster march, you can, a little jog. You do what you feel like doing today. All of our bodies are different and they're all different on any given day. Yes. Good. All right, just 30 more seconds here of moving. Good, move whatever you feel like moving. You can shake your hands a little bit if you want. Yeah. And then slowing it down. Good. And then just coming to a stand. Nice. Good. Finding your mountain pose. Feet about hip distance apart. And again, just to a little refresher, your hip distance is typically you put your heel inside your instep and then twist onto the ball, twist the foot out on the ball of your foot. And that's approximately your hip distance. Yes, in your body. Yeah. Not an exact science, but approximately. Yes, good. All right, we're going to float our hands forward, make a fist, make circles with your hands. Good. And circle in the other direction. Good. And open the hands wide and make a fist. Open wide and make a fist. Hands now, fingers forward, drop your fingers down, lift them up, drop them down, lift them up, relax your arms. Wiggle out your shoulders. Good. On an inhale breath, let's take a breath in and let it go. On an inhale breath, slide your arms into a T. And again, fingers up and push into your palms. Relax your shoulders. Tendency here is to yank those shoulders up, right? Relax the shoulders as you're pressing into your palms. Yeah. And breathe. 2, 1. Good. Bend your elbows into cactus pose now. Good. And reach your upper arms back. So you feel your chest open. Lift the chin, look up to where the ceiling meets the wall. And breathe. Just expanding the whole front of your body. All these little back bends with our upper body helps us to not start to get that rounding of the upper back like so many people as we age. Yeah. Take a breath in and relax everything. Good. And then slowly bring your fingers and land them like the, people on the moon. They're not landing, I know, but just relax the fingers onto your shoulders. Yeah. Good. Yeah, that kytosis, which is the rounding of the upper back, is, an epidemic. And it's becoming more so even in younger people because we spend our days with our head down, looking at our phones. Yeah. Inhale, elbows up and out and down. Yeah, so just make some nice slow rotations, feeling that whole shoulder joint, just getting a nice soft movement here. Yeah, so important to keep these ligaments stretchy. Yeah, avoid injury. Pause and reverse, go the opposite direction. Yes. Just reminding ourselves that our shoulder is the most complicated joint in our body. So let's take care of it. One more. Nice and gentle. Good. And then relax. Release your hands down. Good. Shake it out. Again, move the body. Good. And let's pause. Good. Find your mountain pose. Find your hip distance apart. Again, we're going to lift the kneecaps. Tuck the tailbone, shoulders relaxed back, palms forward, chin tucked back just slightly, maybe belly tucked in just slightly. Yes, feeling that nice, steady, stable mountain that you are. Good. Let's take a breath in and let it go. Everything is a practice. As we have lived our life for so many years, we've dropped into many, many habits. Yeah. So just becoming aware of the habits that you feel that may not be serving you, both physically and emotionally. Yes. It's good to contemplate that, maybe even journal about that, and know that our habits we got, and we can release them and create new habits. But we typically can't create new habits until we really let go of a lot of the old ones, right? And know that maybe we want to do that. Yeah. So just reminding ourselves of posture, reminding ourselves of breath in these classes, in these practices, is what helps us to create new habits for us. Yeah, good. Okay, let's step our feet a little bit wider apart and bring them into about 2 and 10 o'clock. We're going to come into goddess pose here, opening up our hips, yes, strengthening our legs. All these warrior poses and standing and goddess poses, triangle, all of those help to build strength in our legs. Yeah, our biggest muscles that hold us up, right? Our glutes, our hamstrings, right? And our thighs. Yeah, all right. So being mindful of knees. So maybe if it's comfortable for you to scoot your heels forward a little bit. Good. Find your nice mountain pose up in the upper body here. Yes, take a breath in. As you exhale, just drop your hips a little bit straight down. Your knees will start to bend. Yeah, you'll feel your thighs kick in, right? Holding you up. Yeah. And if you want to check it out, see if you want the knees about as much in line with the ankles as possible. You don't want the knees caving forward. If that's the case, back out a little bit or even all the way up and help to guide your thighs back as you drop your hips. Yes, nice and mindful. And then once here, see if you can tuck your tailbone down. Good. And feel nice and balanced. If you have your chair in front of you, it's there. If you need to hold on to it, that's fine. That's what it's there for. Yeah, good. So nice posture here. Take a breath in and let it go. So just make sure that your legs are comfortable, your knees are comfortable in this pose. It is challenging, right? But no pain. There should be no pain. And now reach your arms out if it's available to you. If balance is a little bit of an issue, maybe you widen your stance, maybe shorten your stance, maybe hold onto your chair. Good. Bending the elbows into cactus pose. Yes. So keeping the heart lifted slightly, the upper arms reaching back just slightly, fingers easily spread wide, palms forward. Take a breath in, exhale it out. See if you can relax the shoulders. Yes. So our breath is most important when we're in a challenge, right? And challenges, even as uncomfortable as they can seem and be, are good for us, right? They're how we learn. They're how we evolve. Yes, good. So smile on the face. Keep breathing deeply. Now, if you want to challenge yourself just a little bit, yeah, with balance, you can, on an inhale breath, lift your right heel up slightly and then gently release it down. And maybe your left heel up just slightly and down. And again, if you need to hold onto your chair and want to try, you can do that. Yeah. And right heel and left heel. And either right and left again, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, just try to lift both heels up, just a half an inch. You might start feeling a little bit of a wobble. And that's okay. That's engaging some deep muscles in those legs and your core. Yeah. And breathe. You can drop your heels down at any time. We're still up. We have 2, 1. And then release the heels down. Take a breath in. As you exhale, now relax the shoulders. Let the arms start to slowly melt down. Good. Remaining in this goddess pose for a little bit, huh? Yeah. All right, now coming out very mindfully with your legs. I'm going to press into your toes and slowly, and your feet, and slowly start to straighten your knees. Yeah, good. Until they're almost straight, not locked. Good. All right. Then you can bring your right toes forward and your left toes forward. And you can either heel toe if you're on hardwood like I am, or if you're on carpet, that might be hard. So you can step, step, step. Yeah, your feet back to hip distance apart. Oh, come into your mountain pose. Good. Let's take a breath in and let go. Release the tension that we may have picked up. Also do a little wiggle to release the tension, again, that you may have picked up. Okay, so having your chair handy here on one side or the other, that doesn't matter, whichever is most comfortable. Yeah. I like the chair on the side for this instead of in front, so we're not leaning forward. Good. All right, feet about hip distance apart. Now we're going to do, it's going to look like this is really nothing, but again, it's this dorsiflexion of the feet. And anytime we're lifting our toes and the body is being sent back, that's like one of the biggest balance disruptors there is going backwards, right? Yeah, it's like that game where it will just fall back. I mean, so many of us can't do that because we're just like, no, I don't trust that. So this is really important for our balance training. Yes. All right. So basically what we're going to do is just lift your toes as high as you can. Good. And you're balancing on your heels. Good. Again, you're feeling those thighs engage, your glutes engage. All those leg muscles are working. Yes. And a little bit of wobble is good. That means you're challenging yourself. Good. And then release and relax. All right. We're going to do different things here, doing that same thing with our feet. And so if you felt pretty okay there, let's lift our toes and maybe find a spot to stare at. That helps balance. And maybe just putting a finger on your chair instead of holding it. That's a challenge. Yeah. Good. You can always go back to holding. Good. And then release. All right. And now we're going to maybe, if that felt pretty okay, we're going to try to lift our hand up off the chair if that's if you feel comfortable. And you can just try to do it a little bit. Okay, here we go. Lift up those toes. You're balancing on your heels. Your posture is nice and tall. And now see if you can lift the hands up off the chair. Just for a bit. Yeah, practice. Lifting the toes. Yes, lift them up, lift them up. Yes. And relax. Good. Let's take a break. Let's shake it out. And now, so doing that, practicing, you can do that in anywhere. I'm sorry, I have a little frog in my throat. Allergy season. Excuse me while I clear so I didn't be annoying. Okay. So now we're going to walk on our heels with our toes. So doing this about 8 times in the practice. Another thing to write down, lift toes. That's easy to remember, right? But again, it's so important to strengthen these muscles, strengthen your legs, strengthen your balance. Yeah, because when the brain is in a safe environment and it's feeling that, sort of disruption, it has a memory. And so if you do fall backwards, or on something, the brain will quickly, much quicker write yourself, right? It'll write your body because like, oh, I remember this and we need to stand up. Yeah, straight. All right, so again, we're gonna lift our toes and this time you can hold onto the chair and just walk on your heels. Side to side. Yeah. Maybe a step forward and a step back. But just side to side on your heels. Good. And relax. Good. And now finally, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can do one finger, or even as you're walking, maybe can you float your hand up? That's pretty challenging. Yeah. All right, so lifting the toes up again, finding your little walk side to side, just a little bit. Yeah. See if you can do it with a finger. Yeah, well, see if you can lift. That's a real challenge. Be careful. I don't want anybody falling. Let's just see how it goes. Even if you lift the toes up a little bit. Yeah, good. And relax. Yeah. Okay, little toesies. Thank you. Shake up your feet, your toes. Yeah, good. And just as a little opposing stretch, let's pause and let's lift our heels. And come down, lift the toes. And lift the heels. So we're just rocking forward and back on our feet. And lift the toes. And lift the heels. It's also so good for keeping our toes, our heels. We very, very few times. And we think about our feet are what's holding us up. And how often do we stretch and really pay attention to working out our feet and our toes? Yeah. Even if you're standing sometimes, it's nice to have shoes that are, of course, very supportive, but with a wide toe bed. So your toes can move around in your shoes. I have a pair of there's some brands that have wider toe bases, and they're really great because your toes can be free and work, right? Otherwise your toes are squished and they're not doing anything. They're not working because they can't move. Yeah. All right. Okay, enough about toes. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. Yeah. So we're going to bring right foot forward and left foot back. We've recently done this one, I think, pyramid pose. So your feet can be as wide or as narrow as is comfortable so that, but toes are forward and both feet flat on the floor, including the back foot. Yeah, good. And you want the heel, if you check it out, straight back and not bring in, right? We want it straight back. Good. Let's take a nice big breath in. So if you have to narrow your stance to have that heel straight back, do that. Good. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Good. And as you exhale, take your fingers, glide your hips back, start to hinge forward. We know the drill here, right? Just keeping the spine straight, the head above the shoulders. Yeah. And now bring your attention to your right knee. See if it's locked back. We want to soften that right knee, that front knee. Yeah. Take a breath in. See if you have some space to hinge a little bit further forward. Good. Once you've landed in your range of motion, the breath in. As you exhale, see if you can lift your right hip up and drop your left hip. Just like a half an inch to flatten your sacrum and breathe. Recheck in with that right knee. If it locked, give it a little bit of softness and breathe. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths here for 3, 2, 1. Press down into your hips as we slowly bring the body back up. Yeah, good. All right. And then you can step that left foot forward. Relax your hands, shake them out. Release the tension in your fingers. Yes, good. Relax. Let's take a nice big breath in and let it go. Yeah. Good. Let's slide the right foot back now, left foot forward. Same thing on this side. Make sure that heel's straight back. Both toes are forward. Good. Hands on back onto the hips. Good. Take a breath in, lift the heart, lift the chin. As you exhale, start to glide your hips gently back as you hinge forward. So the hands help you to sort of hinge. Keep the head above the shoulders, not dropping the head. So we are looking at the floor. Good. Bringing your awareness to the left knee now. Can you soften it? Breathe in. See if you have some space to go a little bit further. Good. Another breath in. As you exhale, see if you can lift the left hip up and drop the right hip down a little bit. Flatten your sacrum and breathe. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Then dragging the hips down with your hands, slowly start to come out. Nice and slow. Good. And then step the left foot back. Good. Shake it out. Shake out those hands, the thumbs. Move them around. Get the blood flow back into your fingers. Good. Having a little bit of space on either side of you now. Yes, good. And softening the knees. Chair away from you. We're just going to go side to side here a little bit. Or ha, right? Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Yes, softening the knees. Good. Inhale to one side, exhale through the mouth, ha. Inhale, ha, exhale. In, ha, ex. In, ha. Ha. One more on this side. Ha, and switch the exhale now. So inhaling to the opposite side, exhaling to the opposite. Ha. Nice and loose, maybe tapping your glute muscles or your low back as your hand pops back there. Ha. Awakening the kidney, adrenal system there behind you. And relax. Roll out the shoulders. Good. Bring yourself back to a little bit of a shake. And let's walk ourselves back to our chairs, standing in front of our feet of the chair. Let's see how gracefully we can make our way back to our chairs. So finding your posture, right? Nice big breath in. As you exhale, shift your hips back like we did in pyramid, but your hips are reaching back. Good. And again, you can either have your hands on your thighs for a little bit. As you exhale, send the hips back a little more. Find the front of your chair, and as gracefully as you can, land your hips onto the front of your chair. Good. Scooting a little bit forward here. Good. And relax. All right. Let's take a nice breath in. Exhale it out. Let's take our fingers and just waken our immune system here. A healthy immune system helps really with everything, including not just getting not sick, but not getting sick, but also the immune system helps with allergies. Yeah, if you have a good immune system, you don't get quite as affected by the symptoms of the allergies. Up to the pec muscles. Yes, get into the lymph glands. You could take your knuckles and just tap, tap, tap the sides of your body. Good. Okay, that just feels good. And then tap your legs, arms. Okay, coming into our little hip opener. We haven't done that in a little bit. So take a nice big breath in. As you exhale again, hinge forward, grab behind the right knee. If it's available to you, as you inhale, bring the body up and hug your thigh into your ascending colon. Yes, squeeze it. And let's give those cute little toes a little circle. Yeah. If holding your leg up here is uncomfortable, the option always is to keep your toe on the floor and just do that. Good. All right. Landing your foot either the outside of the ankle or shin or foot onto this left leg, or cross at your ankles, or the outside of the foot on top of this the left foot. Yes, good. So that your knees opening up the hips a little bit. So you decide which you prefer. Making sure that either way you can lift your chest. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, glide your belly forward. Yes, so you're gliding forward. Relax your head, looking down. Yes, relax your fingers. Let them just lightly be landing on your leg. Lift, if you're up top, lift your right toes up towards your knee. And take a few breaths here. So you should be feeling a stretch in the right hip, a little bit or a lot, but nothing uncomfortable. And just take nice deep breaths in and see if you can relax the body forward a little more each time. Good. And on an inhale breath, press into your standing foot, bring your body back up. And exhale, release that out. Good. And relax. Good. And now hinging forward, grabbing behind the left knee. On an inhale breath, press into your belly here. Yeah, nice shoulders back and down. Little rotations here. Again, or you're reaching your heel side to side if you're on your toe. Good. And now here, maybe very different on this side. See if you can land that a leg or foot onto the right leg, or maybe lay it on top of the right foot. Yeah. Inhale, lift the chest, nice tall spine. Good. As you exhale, hinge forward. Good. And you can look down, and again, you can close your eyes here and notice where you're gripping. Are you holding onto that upper leg? You want to relax that. If it's too much, you can go down to your ankle area. Yeah, close the eyes, find breath. Trying to relax that left hip with each exhale breath. Good. And then on an inhale breath, press down into that right foot to slowly bring the body back up. Good. And then help that leg up and off. Good. And again, massage leg, inside thighs, outside of your thighs. All right. And we're still scooted forward in our chair. We're just going to do a nice back bend into a nice forward bend here. So we're going to glide our arms back, hold on to your chair somewhere behind you on the frame or wherever you can. Good. And then reach your elbows back towards the chair. Lift the chin. Come into a nice opening of the chest. A couple big breaths into your heart. Leading with the heart. Yes. And then as you exhale, relax and just let the holding on, still holding on, just let the body drop forward to wherever it wants to. Relaxing the head, down the spine, finding breath, and just relaxing here for 2 more breaths. Good, then pressing down into your feet, slowly bring your body back up. Good. Release your hands 1 more time. Shake out those fingers. Yes, open and close a little bit. Get blood flow into your hands. Bring your hands into fists and roll your wrists, top of the hands, fingers, rolling around. Good, and relax. Good. And let's get ready for our final relaxation, Shavasana. So sitting back into your chairs, making sure you're warm. You can be laying on the floor if that's in your practice. And take a little time to get yourself comfortable, making sure your back feels supported and relaxed. Yes. And then I like to have hands up on my lap to always be open to all the blessings and grace that is raining down upon you every day. And then find your eyes closed. And we're going to do a couple rounds of that breath and holds and release. Yeah. So take a breath in and hold the breath. Again, comfortably as long as you can. When you feel ready, either through the mouth or the nose, slowly let the breath out as long as you can. And again, breathe in, hold, Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold as long as you can, that's comfortable. Hold a little longer if you can. And then let go. And relax the body now. Let go of all of your efforts. And take a gentle breath in. And let go and relax your shoulders. And your arms. Your fingers. Feel your upper back relax. Middle back. Lower back. Your heart. Belly. Your thighs. Hamstrings. Your calf muscles. Feet. And legs. Full legs. And your toes. Whole body relaxed. Whole body relaxed. Let go of all your efforts. Bring your awareness to any thoughts. And if so, let them be. Begin to bring your awareness to how you feel. And feel free to remain here for as long as you can, as long as you like. Did you choose to slowly come back now into this space and time? Take a breath in and let go. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Slowly waking yourself up, coming back into this space gently. Rock your body. And coming back to center, bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra prayer. Resting your thumbs onto your beautiful heart. Take a nice big breath in. Fill the belly, the heart. And as you exhale, relax your forehead to your fingertips, bowing your head. Closing practice today simply with this. Every challenge we have is happening for us, not to us. When you're feeling ready and complete, you may gently begin to slit your eyes open, slowly, as you lift your head. And I thank you all for coming and sharing in this beautiful practice, taking care of yourself, sending out joy and love into the world. Have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.